how you doing? Welcome to my cabin. And guess what I'm doing tonight? I'm going to show you, hopefully, everything I'm doing in June, all my June plans. If it's a little late, I'm getting started a little late, got sidetracked today. If it stays late, which that's kind of how time works, Candice, I will finish this tomorrow, so you'll see all one video, but maybe my sleeves will change or something will change. Maybe I'll have more cuts on my hands because, you know, another day, another opportunity to maim myself. So let's talk about June. And the way this works is I'll show you everything that I've committed to, maybe some things that I'm thinking about. And if any of these look appealing to you, just reach out to me and join me. I'd welcome a buddy on anything. Okay. So first off, I'm going to show you something that I've been working on. It's a year-long buddy, and this is hosted by Lizbeth47, my friend Liz, and she has a group that's doing this page, this double page spread. So if you're interested, it's a year long, and we're doing this double page spread, and the only task, the only, what do you say, should you take on, what's the quote from the science? The only mission should you accept it, oh, the words are all jumbled in my head, but you probably know what I'm talking about, is that you work on this a little bit every month, just a little something with the goal that it will all be done by December. So this is what I've done so far. What is it? It's going to be June. So we're at our 6th month. So I think I'm right on track. If I finished this in June, I would be right on track to finish the rest of it. And so it'll be done by December. Now I'm just using acrylic markers and some super golden markers up here to make it flashy. The background is acrylic marker too. It's super smooth and gorgeous because it's 2 layers. Yeah, you can get really super gorgeous, smooth coverage with acrylics. Just be prepared to put into the effort to do 2 layers. Let one layer dry overnight before you put on the next layer. But, and I'm using my better acrylic markers for this, Tule Arts and Guangna. I think those are the only ones I've used on here. I might have used some Graby. I really like the Grabies as well. But I'm not using the Langua acrylic markers because those are real transparent and not really great. So I'm just using the better quality ones for this lovely page. And this has been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. Of course, everything is two layers. So it's a little bit time consuming, but it's given me that full coverage I want and really blocky color that I want. Not a lot of shading, just blocks of color and with some pops of shine. And I think I'm going to like it. So I'll be working on this in June. I work a little bit on it every month, and you'll see this in my completed pages as well. Cool beans. Okay. Here's a page that I just want to do. I like this book a lot. I don't know what it's classified as. For me, it would be more of a bold and easy, I think, than a cute and comfy. But it's kind of a halfway point in between. I really like, from what I work really, really hard to make sure I'm not bringing AI into my home because it's ugly and evil. And from what I can find, I believe this is a real person. That little nook is a real person. And I've looked really, really hard at this one. The other cute and cozy ones I have a few. They're all live people. If you can find their presence on social media, here's a clue. It's getting really, really hard to look at and find it out if it's AI by looks alone. AI has improved quite a bit, and it's going to exponentially get better from here. And it's going to be pretty much impossible very soon to tell. So I get queasy when I look at AI, so it was always really easy for me to figure it out, but now it's starting to get harder and harder, and I don't have a physical reaction sometimes anymore. So what I'm doing is that if the human art is having to compete with this AI art, so if there is a human artist behind it, you can bet they're going to be making it known. somewhere. They're not going to be hiding. They're going to say, hey, I drew this. This is human art, because they know that a lot of us are looking for that, and that is a selling point. So it's just one more marketing point for them. So they're going to have a social media presence. They're going to say, I drew this, or hand drawn. It's not going to say, you will see some of those with social media presences that say the book was created by or designed by. That means it's not hand drawn. So you want to watch out, because they're getting around some things by using words like designed by and created by. And that's fine. That's actually honest and legit, and I don't mind that. But hand drawn is what you're looking for. So and if you see them, if they've got a social media presence, they've probably got an Instagram post or TikTok or something somewhere that shows them actually drawing it. And drawing on an iPad is still drawing. I don't mind that at all. And these are actually all drawn on iPads. They're so symmetrical and stuff. I mean, they're drawn with a program. They're not pen and paper drawn, but they're still hand drawn. So there are plenty of these books out there that are drawn by human beings. Vivi Tinta, who I swore that was a made-up name, and it is an actual real person. Rose Vale is an actual real person. There's a lot of real persons out there that are making these. Gabby Wolf has one of these out now. The new Usiku coming out is a lot like this, with her own little weird, discomforting and creepy vibe. So you can find these cute and cozy books that humans drew. If you're just purchasing them because the covers are cute and you're just, mass consuming, you've definitely got some AI in there. But I believe this is the only one I was on the fence that I own, because it's a little bit harder to find the social media for Little Nook, but there is hashtags, and if you go searching, you find a real person. I love it that this book has the pages titled, and has the Little Nook ones have this little color in page that you can color in what pages you've done. I just love that. But the only page I've done is this, and I had a great time. I used stencils in the background and distress ink. So what I want to do this month is this one, because it's June, it's Pride Month, and I want to make rainbow snails. ROYGBI. There's no violet, is there? Well, maybe I'll make the tree violet. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet. Roy G. Green. Roy G. Biv. That's how I always remember it. So maybe the grass will be violet. I'll make purple grass. So I'm going to make rainbow snails for Pride. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't have a buddy for this. If anybody wants to do wants to do the snails with me, that's great. Even if I do have a buddy, that's great. Okay, so I'm in a group that does an Angela Gonzalez page every month. And out of any of her books that all of us have, and she has the cat's book and a mermaid's book and a fairy's book, a sweet book. She's got a lot of different books, and a dog book. And this month we're working out of the cat book, and we're doing yoga cats. Are they not the cutest thing on the planet? She also goes by Lala. Angela Gonzalez does. I love her artwork. I just think it's so inviting, her animals and her creatures. The paper is terrible in these, but alcohol ink does just fine. And I've even used a lot of acrylic markers in these, and of course gel pens. So I don't know if any of us have used water yet, but this paper probably wouldn't handle water. This is like the bottom tier Amazon paper. But I do really enjoy coloring her artwork. So yeah, that's what we're doing this month. And if you're interested in getting involved in that group, again, none of these groups are required to do the page every month. It's just we pick a page, and if you want to do it, you have, companionship to do that. So it's fun. Just let me know. All right, that's Angela Gonzalez. Okay, this is a book. This is a new to me book. I have not worked out of this yet. This was a gift to me from my dear friend Melissa, Winter 89 Colors. You know Melissa. Everybody knows Melissa. She gifted me this book, and I freaking love this book. I don't buy every Camellia Angelikova book. In fact, I don't buy hardly any at all. I have a few and they're all gifts and I love them, but I'm not I'm not in love with every book. And there's so many, I mean, I need to work more in them before I should get more. But this one, every now and then a book she has, I'm sorry, my words are so difficult tonight. The brain is jumbled. Every now and then she comes out with a book like the Spellbound Woodland one. I really love. I have that one. And she'll come out with one that just blows me away. That I absolutely love. And this is one of them. So I haven't worked in it yet. And I was, thumbing through it. It's just absolutely delightful. Every single thing. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be so much fun for Space Timber. Well, isn't that what we're all saying when we come across these great space themed pages? And, if I were to color every page I said that would be good, I love this one, that would be good for Space Timber, I'd be doing nothing but, I would need Space Timber to be 12 months long. And then I thought, well, why can't it be? So I pulled out this book, like, let's do a space page. But I couldn't decide. I honestly can't choose which one I want to do first. So I decided I want to do them all. And so I'm going to start at the beginning. And I'm just going to work in this from beginning to end and do at least one page a month. Does anybody want to join me? Because it's such a fun book. I don't know if anybody wants to join me. It'd be fun to see your take on it because anything goes with space themes, when like the farm animal ones. I've seen Megan, and she has a buddy that they do the farm animal ones, and they all come out looking so good. But I can't color a pig anything but pig colors, and I can't color, a horse anything but horse colors. And for me, I know I don't have to do that, but my brain locks me into it and I get bored. So these are so imaginative. I can do anything with them, including even alter the page if I want to. So I'm just going to do this whole book. And, when it's done, it's done. So if you want to join me, let me know and I'll make an Instagram group and we can do it. Or if you'd rather it was a hashtag, I could do that, but we could do both. I still like Instagram groups. I like because then we can chat about it and share and show each other and stuff. Hashtags, it goes out there as a hashtag and it's cool. But I don't get to talk to you about it or anything or, compare them so yeah, I'd like to do that. Oh, look, there's a light bulb in his front yard. I can't wait to do it. I was ready to start on this tonight and I still have so many buddies I need to finish for May that I just can't let myself do it, but I'm considering sneaking it in. Anyway, this will be, I don't know if I'll do 1 or 2 a month. Maybe my goal is 1. And then if the second one happens, it happens, but probably just 1, especially if they're like this with a lot of elements in it. But yeah, let me know because that's what I'm going to do. Start page 1 and work my way through it. All right, let me show you some of my other plans. Okay, if you watched one of my last Happy Mails, you know that I got a couple of new Clara Markovas from a wonderful, wonderful human being. And I was also accused of faking it. I really do hope that subscriber comes back and talks to me because I don't fake these gifts. I don't even know how to do that. But I'm going to do my very first page out of Fairy Celebrations, and I am teaming this one with, the gifter, the wonderful anonymous gifter who sent me this book. So we are doing this one. Is that not the coolest page ever? I don't think I've seen, now I have 4 Clara Markova books, and I haven't seen a page like this. This is very unusual. The snail singing, the frog, woo, playing its little shell. I think I want to make all these, like these little light sources, but these bigger light sources because it's nighttime. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a challenge and it's going to be fun. And I'm really excited about it. So this will be my first page out of this beautiful book. I lay in bed and these books that you guys have given me, not just Clara books, but all the books. everything from, cute and comfy Amazon printed all the way up to Maria Troll and Hannah Carlson, and then, Clara Markova. And I just lay in bed and look at them. I love them all equally. They're all just wonderful. And every time I pick one up, I have your name written in the cover, and I think of you. So if you ever feel me thinking of you, I'm probably looking through one of the books you gave me, or using a medium that you sent me, because I have that written down as well. So I always make sure to keep you in mind while I'm using the things that you gave me. So I think this is just a gorgeous page, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll be doing that one. If you want to join me and my friend on this, please feel free to let me know. This one is in the brand new book to me, Fairy Celebrations. Ooh, these are so precious. And then, not to be outdone, same gifter also gave me Fairy Miracles. And I am doing my very first page out of this one. Oh, just setting it on the ground, got dog hair on it. And this one is with a different person. This is with the person who gave me my very first Clara Markova. So she also has this book, and she reached out to me when she saw that I got it and said, hey, let's do a page in it. And I was like, absolutely. So we are going to do, last night we were talking about which one we wanted to do, and I sent her like 6 or 7 pages. I couldn't decide. And one way we decided is that several of the ones, including this one, she had already done. So we could narrow it down that way and pick just the ones that she hadn't done. But even then, it was a hard choice. This is the one we decided on. I kind of called out to both of us. I'm really excited about this page because this little dragon that's flying is holding a sweet little flower, like stamen sized down, and is really on purpose holding it that way. So I'm thinking I'm going to make like little fairy dust, little sleepy fairy dust coming out. I have no idea how, but I'm going to do that. And so that, they're just sprinkling little fairy dust on him or her to make sure they sleep well. And I love that they're in this big like sunflower type flower. It's going to be fun to color that. I'm not a flower person. I get bored coloring flowers. I'm not interested in coloring them at all, which makes some of these books, some of these artists that I love that also are so heavy on the flowers, sometimes a little challenging for me to keep my attention going. But blown up like this is very exciting to me because I can really get in there and do some fun details. So I'm looking forward to just lots of little flowers of all the same thing I get bored with. I usually take some acrylic paint or something and make dots and just try to get it over with. But this, I'm really looking forward to making it just super, well, I was just about to say super realistic, but I think I'd like to make it like, those Gerber daisies in the supermarkets that you go in, they've put them in colored water or something, and it's turned the leaves different colors, like purples and pinks and stuff. Maybe I'll do that and just make the whole dang page purples and pinks and super sweet. I say that, and then I make a severed head out of a pearl. Wait till you guys see that. I'm actually filming the coloring of that, so you'll get to see that. It's not done yet. But I won't do anything like that to this. No, there's no severed heads in this page. But we'll see what it turns out to be. But, the dragon's got a little heart on it. It's just, it's absolutely adorable. And the fact that they're both just caring so much for this little one. Yeah, I'm excited. So thank you, my friend, for coloring in this with me. I'm so excited. All right, let me get some more books and show you what I'm doing. All right, so I am in a group, you hear that a lot, an Instagram chat group who is working out of all 3 of the life of all 3 of the witches groups by, I don't know what's wrong with my brain tonight. All 3 of the witches books by Usiku. And I have the compilation, which is all 3 in 1, Life of Witches. But and some people have the compilation. Some people all have all 3 books separate. This month, we are doing the page out of Year of Witches. And it's this one, Midsummer. Isn't that perfect? It's the title is Midsummer, and it will be Midsummer, June 21st. So I'm really excited to do this. I love nighttime pond scenes. I love coloring lotuses and lily pads and, you know, pond water. I love, you know, light sources and dark sky. I mean, I love everything about this page. So I'm really excited to do this. I never get tired of doing ponds like this. They're just so fascinating, and they have so many different colors of water. You know, I'm going to make the water dark here because it's at night and normally you can't see. I might even make the lotuses glowing. That would be fun. So yeah, do some like neon glowing for the lotuses. Who knows? But I'm really looking forward to this one. This one is beautiful. So if you're interested in working out of Usiku's Witches books, we pick a page every month. And of course, you know, you can skip a month, whatever. But if you're interested, we work out of every book once a month. One page though. So we alternate going through the books. All right, great. So that's that one. Then, as you know, the Mytho books, I call them, Mythographics and Mythogorias, are my focus this year. I have a huge collection. I have all the Mythogorias and I think all the Mythographics at this point. Dragonspell is on its way. I was going to wait until the price went down, but I got asked. I joined a group and I'm doing a buddy in it. So I guess I have to go ahead and buy the book, don't I? So that's what I'm doing. But I just heard, oh, I remembered who it was yesterday. It was a video I watched, a color tuber friend of ours who said that Cosmic Spirit was their favorite mythographic for years and years and years. I can even hear the voice. Oh, but then this one came along. And I have to agree. Cosmic Spirit I've done the most out of. I've done a lot out of that book. And that was my favorite. It just, nothing surpassed it forever. And nothing before it. It was my favorite by far until this one came along. This is such a magnificent book. And I think after this is when they ramped up the timelines and they started putting out, you know, 5 or 6 books a year. And I think this one has gotten lost. But I have to say, I haven't seen Dragonspell and I've heard it's just as good, but I would say that this one is the best one so far. So if you can't afford very many mythographics, I really think this one needs to be in your repertoire. It's the most colorable. It's the most interesting. It's the less weirdest. It's the least weird. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. And I just love this. And I thought I'd only colored 1 page in it, but I've colored 3 and I colored them all differently. I remember struggling with this bit. I really like it. I can't even, I think it's like, I've never birthed a child, but I've heard moms say that, is that the pain of childbirth goes away after you kind of, the memory fades pretty quickly once you have the child in your arms. That's kind of the way this was. This was a painful page to color, but I just love what it turned out to be. And then let's see, I did this one. This one I wasn't as in love with, but I kind of like it now. It's quirky. And then I did the Counting Sheep one. Do you guys remember that one? The Rave Sheep? Because it looks like, I mean, used every color I could think of. I wanted to do a pastel page, and that's as close as I got. It kind of looks like a Ghibli page from here up, but then we get into sheep that are going to a rave, I think. But I really liked this page too. It's just, these pages just kind of color themselves, which is probably why I'm challenging myself so much in them. And I even like this one, the turtle with the things on it's back, because it's not the usual things, you know? It's always a turtle with some sort of mystic village on its back. And it's annoying because there's just way too many of them. It's boring. But have a sand castle and a child building the sand castle, and it isn't some like mystical turtle floating through the air. It's like a turtle on land. I like this. I think it's really interesting, and I think it'd be fun to play with the texture of the sand. Anyway, this is the one my friend and I are doing, and I am doing this with, I need to double check on everything now because my brain tonight. I'm doing it with Evelette, the Coloring Mermaid. We do buddies pretty regularly together. We used to. We haven't for a while, so we figured it was time. Her, like I, love every single page in here, but for some reason this page called to both of us. Isn't that weird? And especially weird because I normally would just flip past this page. I'm not really into tigers. Again, it's one of those things that I only know one way to color them, and that, you know, so it's like I know what it's going to be and I know what I'm going to use, and there's nothing really challenging about that. I don't get to use my imagination as much, but this is pretty cool. Especially like that the dark stripes are already in there for me, because the one challenging thing I found about tigers is which stripes are black and which stripes are orange. It makes a difference because I've done it wrong and it looks stupid. So they're tricky. And I love that Joseph put the dark in for us. So yes, no brainers. And then I can focus on this other stuff. Now, what do you guys think this is? I mean, it's coming up out of the water, and it kind of looks like vines, and it kind of looks like water. I don't know what those are. I don't know. I really don't. I'm kind of baffled by them. I want to make them into vines, but I don't think they're vines. So if you can tell me what's happening in this page, it'll help me color this a lot better. And if anyone wants to join Evelyn and I on this, feel free. So what my goal every month is to do 3 between the mythographics and the mythogorias. What I have been doing most months this year so far is 4, doing 2 mythographics and 2 mythogorias, which is good because that'll make up for the fact that I did not do that in May. I think I've got 2 done. I might have 3 by the time May's done, because we're not quite done with May. All right, let me show you a few more. All right, so my first scary, spooky coloring that I'm going to share with you is out of Universal Monsters. And this is a book. Let me see if I can get it in there. It's a big book. This is a book that Paula from Coloring Mom and I have just sort of fell into doing this book together. It's been a lot of fun. And we've done 2 double-page spreads already. So our first one was this one. Do you guys remember this one? The creature from the Black Lagoon? Oh, no, it was a swamp thing, right? This book is great because it's sewn bound, so you can really torture it, which I do. I use a lot of paint and just completely torture it. But that was that one, and we both had such a blast doing this one. And then I chose the next crazy one, which was this one. Oh my gosh, I'm using the same colors. Wouldn't that be cool if the whole book was black and fluorescent green? I didn't realize that. But it was Frankenstein. Sorry for the shine. It's been fixed because all this was oil pastel. So it's been heavily fixed. So it's shiny. I do have some new fixative from Mod Podge this time that is matte. It's another spray fixative. I love those spray fixatives when they're all done. And it's matte. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that will... This is supposed to be matte. This is Krylon's matte varnish. But that's not matte at all, is it? All my pages are shiny. I like the shine, but they don't film well. So I'll see if the matte one works. But I had a blast doing this one. So she contacted me and she said, I kind of feel like working in that book again. And I have been for the last 2 months wanting to work in this. So she picked this one. It was her turn. She picked The Bride of Frankenstein. This one's going to be so much fun. This is Alan Robert. He's the one that does The Beauty of Horror. I'm not into those books very much. This is not my style, but I love this book. This book is fantastic, this Universal Monsters book. And it's not very thick. Everything almost, well, it's double pages and single pages, but she and I both love double pages. So won't this be fun? I'm so excited. I don't think he's like throwing any electricity in here. Like he's just looking at her, right? So maybe I won't have any fluorescent green in this one. I don't know why I'm going to town with the fluorescent green. That's so weird. I even got it on the edge of the paper. Look at that. All the edges of the papers are, look at the mommy. I mean, this is really a fun book. Now, these are two single-sided, but they go together, which is something I really love that Alan Robert does. I mean, here's Phantom of the Opera. There's really only 5 movies represented here. There's the Wolf Man, there's the Creature from the Black Lagoon, or this, Paula looked it up. I can't remember if it's Swamp Thing or Creature. And there's Dracula, there's Frankenstein, and then The Bride of Frankenstein. So those are the 5 movies. Oh, here we go. Frankenstein, The Mummy. Oh, The Mummy isn't in here. Yeah. The Wolfman, The Phantom of the Opera, and more. So, and more. Yeah, there's Bride of Frankenstein. She's pretty intense, isn't she? I can't remember that movie very well, but I remember Frankenstein. So sad. Frankenstein's monster. Didn't mean to hurt anybody. Here's The Mummy. Now, there's a couple. Oh, there's also the Invisible Man in here. There's that Swamp Thing creature. Dracula. Isn't this a fun book? I mean, it's not gory or anything. It's just typical Alan Robert humor. It looks like it could be scenes from the movie, but it's his drawings. I love this wallpaper page. This has all of them. Let me see if I can find you a page of The Invisible Man. Oh, I love this one, but it's so sad because you know what happens. Dracula. Isn't that great? Let's see. Like I say, it's not a big book. Here's some scenes from The Mummy. Or, I don't know if these are scenes from the book, in the movies, or if he's just drawn scenes that could be in the movie. Here's the Wolfman. Phantom of the Opera. Gosh, I love that story so much. There we go. The Invisible Man. So, fun. It's so dated and so fun. Look at him with his cocktail and his suit. He has to wear things or you don't see him because he's invisible. So kitschy. Is this The Mummy? Or is this Frankenstein? Or Bride of Frankenstein? I don't know. I think it's Frankenstein. This is another one I love because look, those are her legs swimming. Eek. Oh, sexy vampire. Yep, lots of fun. Phantom of the Opera. This book is easily found. It's still in print if you're interested. Frankenstein. Really fun. Look at him unraveling himself. Invisible Man. Just so much fun to color because you have so much space to work in. And that used to frighten me. But now with mediums like gel crayons, or this will take paint, or oil pastels, you can cover big gelatos. You know, you can cover big areas pretty quickly. So that's what I do. It doesn't bother me at all that it's double-sided because I wouldn't use alcohol markers on this anyway. That would be a waste of a lot of alcohol marker ink. And it's too big of spaces for water-based markers. They would just look so streaky. So, but it's also too big of spaces for me personally for pencil. This would hurt. So I use big things that cover, like a lot of acrylic. This is a lot of acrylic and Hemi gouache. Those are my favorite things to use in here, and that's probably what will happen in here too. All right. Now, let me put, nope, I don't need them. Okay. The next one I want to work out of, I don't have a buddy for, and I think I do have a page picked out for it though. This is my only Matchstick Mouse that doesn't have a page colored in it. Why? I live in a temperate rainforest. Rainy days are my thing. I mean, it's like, that's my jam, man. I live in a part of the state that gets rain for 10 months out of the year. So why am I not coloring in this? I don't know. And now it's not rainy. But I want to hit this book because I'm really, even with all the presents I've gotten recently, I'm doing really good on getting into these untouched books. And I'm about ready to do a little audit to see what's left because I've gotten into a lot of new books. So I have to get into it. So I went through here and I picked out a page. I wasn't in the mood to color rain because we just came out of a huge rainy season and I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to call to the rain gods by coloring a rainy picture. So I picked one that doesn't have rain in it, but is also one of my favorite pictures in the book. The blanket fort. I love this one. I suspect it's a rainy day. In fact, it might be that we're looking out through windows or something. But, so they put up a pillow fort in there, or I always say pillow forts, but a blanket fort with chairs and little lights strung. And he and Mousy are playing make pretend games. I mean, her and Wormy are playing pretend games. You are getting a glimpse of what it's like when my brain's misfiring. I'm actually feeling really well, though. I have brain inflammation, for those of you that don't know. I have myalgic encephalomyelitis from long COVID. And it just does weird things sometimes. And sometimes the words, the languaging is just not happening. But that usually accompanies really extreme fatigue. And I did have extreme fatigue today, but I slept all day. And so I feel pretty good now. So this looks cool. I mean, we can do some textures or patterns on these that we've learned. And the light sourcing will be really fun. Maybe make those a colored lights. I'm looking forward to this. If you'd like to do this page with me, reach out. It would be a lot of fun. My stick mouse, rainy day. And I do have a new book that you've seen. I flipped through it with you. Yoga Animals, so cute. This is a great book. And I want to get into it, but I can't decide on a page. So let's look through it. I got this from eBay for $4.61. It's brand new. And it was listed as very good, but it could have been listed as brand new. This is from Second.Sale, the seller on eBay. I have never had a bad experience with them. I have gotten a bad book from them, and they just automatically refunded the money when I told them. They didn't even ask for pictures. I know someone else, I was just watching, I think it was Lucy Just Adds Color, who, no. It was a new colorist I hadn't seen before, and they had ordered a bunch of books off eBay, and they got one from Second Sale that was trash, and they didn't question them at all. It just happens sometimes. I think sometimes they're not looking closely, or they have them on a shelf, or they just have them labeled wrong. But that secondsale.com, when that seller on eBay, you can trust their evaluations usually. Their very goods are usually very good or like new. Their brand news are brand news. I wouldn't go to good though. And I'm going to have a video about this, about how to successfully buy used books online and find the treasures. But one tip is don't buy good. Good is a huge category, it seems like. And every time I've bought a good labeled book, it always had lots of coloring in it. So I don't go below very good. And I would suggest you don't either, really. I guess they think 5 colored pages, 10 colored pages is good. I don't know what. I've never bought acceptable, but I've bought good before that had 16 colored pages and 1 page ripped out. And that's not good. And I bought one that had every single page colored. Now, luckily, the sellers do refund you. This is cute because it has vegetables. I was just looking at this. It has carrots and vegetables and stuff. And just one animal. Tomatoes. I'm kind of drawn to this. I think this would be fun because we're going into gardening season. And I'm trying to get the energy up to plant my garden. I planted 3 butternut squash plants today, but that's not going to cut it. I have a whole bunch of seeds that need to go in the ground. Here our gardens are late in Oregon because, well, the sun is late. Yeah, I want to do this one. I want to do all these vegetables. Okay, so that was easy. Does anybody want to do this with me? This cute bunny sitting in the middle of a vegetable patch. I don't know what she's in. It's just, a design. Most of these aren't very realistic, These are just all sorts of animals with mushrooms all around them. They're not really set in realistic scenes. A lot of them have the animal in a circle with things related to the animal outside of the circle, which is one of the things I love about this book. That and the cardstock paper. Whoa. The paper in this is phenomenal and single-sided. Why are not every book? Who publishes this? And it's a, you know, Kimma Parrish is a real person who drew these. Get Creative 6, of course. All of Get Creative 6's books have this kind of paper. They're fantastic. I would buy a Get Creative 6 book that I wasn't even really that interested in the topic just because the paper's so yummy. But this is kind of the theme, you know. The animals are either spread out like this or they're in the center, kind of mapped around with things that relate to them. Like that. This book is fantastic, and you can find it. I think it's out of print. You could check Amazon, but I went to eBay for it. And I have seen it there. I love this. The bats are doing Pilates. Okay, anyway, I'm going to do this one with the vegetables. If anybody wants to do this with me and has this book, and if you don't have this book, go to eBay or Mercari. You can find it. But eBay has the best deals, but the quality control is a little bit more lax than Mercari, where the sellers there are dependent on good reviews. And they're like individual people, not really companies. So, but that also means if you get a faulty thing, they're just people, not a company. So you might not get the response you want if you want a refund. They may ghost you or something. I don't know. I don't know which one's safer, but I've never had an experience that I never got scammed or screwed over on either site. So, yeah, but definitely yoga animals, so cute. Okay, let me show you some more. Okay, another cute and colorful one. This is Mythical Worlds. Now, this is a Whirly Art Studio. Whirly is a real person, and they draw these. They're almost like the Hudra folk people, where they got they're all sorts of like mythical little people and creatures. And I just love this one. It's different from anything else that I've seen. And Whirly has a few of these. Whirly's very popular in the cute and cozy book club. I got this one off of Amazon. I've done one page in it. It was this one. I did this last month. This is a crazy page. It was my first page in it, and I always tend to experiment on my first page. I use this really cheap glitter glue from the Dollar Tree store. I don't recommend that stuff, but I keep trying to use it. It's too watery, and it really buckles the page. But and then I put some other glittery stuff on top of it. I was trying to make a glittery path that she was following, but then I goofed up her hair. So I put some sparkly stuff on it, goofed it up more, put some more sparkly stuff on it. Finally said, step away from the glitter, Sister Minbow. So there are some things I love in this. Like, I really like the crystal little underwater mountains I made. They're sort of like candy crystal. I absolutely love the kelp. I think it has the right amount of glitter on it. But she's a hot mess. She's not, I don't know, it looks like a 5-year-old colored that. Actually, it kind of looks like a 5-year-old colored the whole rest of the page. So I'm determined to do the next one better. This is usually what I do in the first page out of any book. And so Tammy, and Tammy at Tammy Colors 2 is my buddy for this one, I think. Tammy, did we buddy this one? No, I just did this one on my own, didn't I? I think I just did this one on my own. We're going to do the Kitsune, which is right here at the Shinto shrine. So I'm really looking forward to this. I will restrain myself this time. Go back to alcohol marker basing and then put, you know, probably not much glitter on this one. Probably more like gel pens. I might do some of those the white gel pen glitter effects down the waterfall. In fact, I might use some of the techniques I'm learning for the stones. Make this stone path too. Yeah, that'd be fun. And for the water. Maybe try to make a gradient sky. I'm not very good at that. But I'm really looking forward to it. I love this whole book. I think the Whirly books are really neat. I love this page. Oh, some of my glitter came through. They're just the right amount of detail, I think. I think that page is cute. And some of them are a lot more detailed than others, but they're all really interesting and not, you know, they're not like that. This one's adorable. There's a trope in a lot of the cute and comfy ones where it's just these, round, cute creatures doing household chores and things. And it's like book after book after book after book, and they're all the same. So it's fun to see books that are different. But now you're starting to see a lot of these. See, someone comes up with a good idea and then they get copied by all the AI companies. So it's really hard for human artists to come out, to break through the trash and come out on top and to make any money at this, which, of course, my response would be, stop doing this. Do something different. Don't follow the trend, because eventually this trend's going to burn out, and then, then where will they be? But as long as if they're trying to compete in this world, it's a hard world to compete in. So they definitely need to keep upping the ante and doing different things. So I do appreciate Whirly Art Studio, and I think this one is fun. All right, so that's one. If you want to join Tammy and I, please do. The next one I'm doing is also Buddy. Now this is in Grains of Gold. This is a new book that was sent to me by Lizbeth. Thank you, Liz. I love this book. This was a used copy, the only page being this page that was colored in, and which is fine. They did use alcohol markers, which is fine because I don't even like the on the other side. It's just flowers. I'm not interested in that. So I think this is beautiful. So I like looking at it. And we have chosen, this is going to be, is Liz involved in this? Yes, Lizbeth and Tammy from Tammy Colors too. We're going to do this chicks page. We were going to do it earlier, I think in May, but then we realized, oh, mermaid. So we put this off to June. This is an unusual page for me. I don't know what to do with chicks, but daffodils are my favorite flower on the planet. So although these look more like narcissus than daffodils, but I'll color them as daffodils probably. Maybe I'll color them as a narcissus. But these are fresh hatched chicks, which maybe this will be a good omen because I have 3 broody hens. Broody is when a hen feels like she's going to be a mama anytime soon. No matter what her age is, if she's too old or too young, it doesn't matter. Her hormones are still flowing, and she will not get off the nest. They won't eat, they won't drink, they won't do anything. So I've taken their eggs and just forced them off the nest every day. It takes about 10, 15 days to break them, but it's kind of harsh. This time, because I had 3 of the darn things, and they're all nesting in the same nest, trying to all 3 be mothers, I just let them have some eggs underneath them. We'll see what happens. I don't know. So I went and I candled them last night and took out the ones that weren't fertile. Took a Sharpie and put X's on the ones that were fertile so I don't accidentally grab those and eat those because once that baby chicken starts developing, that would be gross. And so they've got all fertile eggs underneath them. I've hatched eggs before. It's just I get so many roosters. And I can't handle. I've got a rooster right up there on my staircase asleep. I can't handle any more roosters. I'm roostered out. But I also have never had 3 hens broody at the same time, so I'm just going to let them do it. I did beg the feed store to let me buy some of their chicks they had, so I could just stick the chicks underneath them at night, and then they're done. The chickens have really small brains. If you take a chicken, a baby chicken or a baby turkey or a baby duck or whatever, and you stick it underneath them at night, when they wake up, they'll be like, oh, I had a baby. And then they'll break that cycle and they'll raise the baby for you. But the feed store has no more chickens. All of the chicks they had were pre-ordered. Back from chicken drama. Chicks, baby chicks and daffodils. How can you go wrong? And you know me, I always like to do the opposite page because it matches, but in Grains of Gold, that's not the case. Grains of Gold is a compilation with 15, 18, 11 new drawings and 83 favorites. So the 2 sides, it's not a themed book, so the 2 sides don't match. So I don't feel obligated to also do this page. So I'll just be doing this one. I can't tell if it's snowing or what all this is, but it doesn't matter. It's Hannah Carlson. You just make it magical. I'm really looking forward to this one. So if you haven't done this page and want to join Tammy and Liz and I, let me know. Grains of gold. All right. Another group I'm in. And a new friend of mine just joined this with us. Just today. This is Woodland Kingdom Coloring Book by Toshiyuka Fukuda. This is a fantastic book. The paper is amazing. It's all single-sided. And it's this quirky, weird, shaky drawing style. I don't know how else to explain it. You either love it or hate it. And I wasn't interested in it for the longest time. But then this group was happening and I was seeing finished pages. And this group's been together for like a year and a half. So a couple months ago, I purchased the book. Where did I get it? Did I write that down? No, but I think I got this off Amazon. And joined the group. And I did this as a test page. This is all acrylic. Acrylic markers work great in this thing. But I also used alcohol because it's all single-sided. So I just played around with stuff on this. And then the first page I did with the group, I mean, it's a weird, shaky, it's a weird style, but it actually, I thought I would have to color like this to get in all those cracks and crannies, but you don't, because the line work is thick enough that you can color it as if the lines were straight, right? Did this one last month. Yeah. Again, I'm still experimenting. This is all acrylic markers and glitter gel and stuff, just experimenting. This month, we're doing this crazy thing. Now, the way they work is if it's a single page, they do it in a month. If it's a double page, they take 2 months. And then sometimes they take a month off here and there. So we're doing, and this is one of my favorite pages in the book. It's crazy busy, but Toshiyuka likes to hide animals in things. So it's almost a hide and seek to find all the details. And lots of times, like there's an animal there, he makes animals look like the bushes, which I learned the hard way because I colored a bear as a bush because I thought it was a bush in my last page. So there's like, there's a monkey and an owl and a peacock. There's a rabbit up there and some kind of weird deer. There's a very grumpy bunny. He has a lot of grumpy animals in here. See, in fact, I call this page the grumpy bunny page. But you can just do them any color, anything. I mean, it's just crazy, right? This is nuts. And I'm really looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, I think that's a snake hiding right there. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun finding all the animals. There's a tail of something hiding. Oh, it's a fox. It's right there. There's more. It looks like it's a lot of bushes, but there's more animals than bushes in here. You just have to find them all. This is such a fun book. If you have this book, and I love it that it's single-sided, and you're like, why did I buy this? What in the world was I thinking? I don't even know where to start with this stuff. This is when I started. Now, I'm doing this with, I have it written down. I think it's a gouache. I think it's Mahimi gouache really lightly. I was trying it as a base. Feels like it. To see if I could put pencil then on top of it. So this is an experimental page I'm doing. It's a page that the group's already done. So I'm experimenting with that. But yeah, if you're like, WTF, get a hold of Christina at Christina's Art Corner. She's the one who hosts this group. They've been established. They've been doing this for over a year. And it's great. And it'll help you. They'll really help you. It's not hard to fall in love with this once you start coloring on it with the great paper and the unlimited choices of mediums you can use. But they can help you fall in love with it even faster. So this is the page we're doing. Again, another page I'm excited about. I'm excited this month. I have a lot of really, really neat pages that are happening. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, let me get a few more books out. Wow, I went looking for the rest of my books that I'm going to be doing, and there's a lot. But some of them are ongoing. So I just wanted to say I finished my most recent opus in Mythic World. Now, for me, what I'm calling an opus is basically a Kirby 2-page double spread that I love, but I would probably never pick for a monthly coloring because it's a bunch of repetitious stuff, or, you know, it's something that will take a lot of time because I need to take big pauses away from it and just do it in chunks. And so it's like something that, you know, you work on, and you finally finish, but I'm going to do it at whatever pace it takes. And I don't know if opus would be the right thing to call that, but if you have another name that you think might be better, of something that's like a lifetime achievement thing, but I do it in a few months. And Paula at Coloring Mom has been joining me on these. And the most recent one we did, which you will see, I'll show you just because I can't help it, is this. I did put it on Instagram. I will be talking about it extensively in my completed pages for May, but I did finish the Finfolk coming out of the water to go to that lighthouse, which I made it not have its light on. Now, if you watch my completed pages video, which will be coming out beginning of June, you'll see Paula's, and she put the light on. It's very cool. Actually, I forgot, but I'm making the story be that the light burned out. And that's what caused the Finfolk to come out. Anyway, so it's time for me to pick another one. So I will also be working on this. Now, I don't count this as an opus. I was just needing a break from my pencil work here, and I just happened to, my page kind of just went like this, and so I flipped it, and oh my gosh. I was like, right, I love this page. This is the Qilin page, and I love this page. And I was kind of brain dead, so I just started in with pencil work on these, because I love doing Chinese lanterns. And these these lanterns that fly off into the sky with candles. So I just started doing them. I grabbed 3 pencils and just started doing them all. And in one evening, I did them all. And I was like, well, that was cool. And then another evening where I was brain dead, so I just got a black, actually this one, because I don't like these. These are those Languo acrylic painter markers. They're not good. I mean, they're cheap, but they're not even good for cheap markers. They're just so translucent, and going over them a second time doesn't guarantee you opacity. You may need a third and a fourth, but because I don't care about them, I was like, I'll just start doing it. And then it looked really good. So I did a second coat, and that looked really good. So now I'm working on the second coat and the first and second coat over here, but my pen is running out, which was kind of the purpose. So I need to find another black that's similar to that, or similar to this, I guess, to finish that. And then I just started going in with acrylic markers and those Languo gel pens. I just saw this as, I didn't read, he actually describes the coloring of it and everything in his write-up, and I didn't read that. To me, it just looked like I wanted to just make it sort of a mystical thing that would be flying in the sky, and you know, something they would see as celestial, maybe. And so make it just sort of like this glowing celestial thing. I think it'll be really cool when it's done. And I could count this as an opus, but it kind of wasn't intentional. So this is a page I work on to break up the opus, which is pages that I work on to break up my regular pages. I think my brain is becoming ADHD. Sometimes at night, I'm just so tired. I'm not ADHD, but sometimes at night, I'm so tired. I just want to start something or work on something else. And I'll feel like I want to work with acrylic markers, and I won't have an acrylic marker page going, but you know, I can just come over here and do something. I don't know why I chose my favorite page in the book to be just sort of like, I'm brain dead, let's just do something. But I did. It's how I roll. And it's actually coming out really well. I like it. But Paula and this book is starting to come together for me. Paula and I, actually, when I say Paula and I say I chose another opus out of this book. And I showed it to her with a sneaky hope that she would want to join in with me. And that's this one, the Churafé. It's a lava lizard. It's Chilean. And she came back after I showed it to her. I said, I picked my next one. She says, do you mind if I join you in on that? And I'm like, that's what I was hoping for. I was being sneaky. So Paula's going to join me on this one. And I see a lot of black, red, and orange and yellow in my future. See, but this defines it. The Qilin back here, I love this page, and I could sit and just work on this page all the time. This page I love, and I love this creature, and I love the design, but it is a lot of one thing. It's not a lot of different stuff. And that's kind of what makes things an opus, is that I could not sit here and work on this until it was done. I would go nuts. These are the kind of pages that become forever whips, right? Unless you set your intention to being that it's going to be a forever whip, but I'm not going to abandon it. And then you're surprised when it's done one day. So I set my mind with no pressure, no goals to get this done, no dateline, no nothing, just work on it here and there. And I leave the colors, the mediums out in a little baggie of what I use, and I'll just grab it. And really, these things are only taking me like 3 months, 4 months at the most, just working on them in between stuff. And it's become really fun. The first one I did, as you all know, because you saw it, and an opus is, this is just, I'm just showing you some pages I finished in here. The opus is always, this is the very first page I ever did. I still can't figure out how I did that fur. And most of this is done in Tim Holtz watercolors. Almost all these others are. But the first page I did in as my opus was also in here, right? Right, was it? Oh, my rainbow snake. That was done a couple years ago. Yeah, I use a lot of, it must have been in Mythomorphia. Yeah, it was Mythomorphia. It was the werewolf. It's usually Mythomorphia or Mythic World. Those are my two favorite Kirby's before Alien Worlds and Dark Fairy Tales came out. But it's usually just a lot of one thing, and I show you what I was trying to say was the difference that is one of the differences is I show you my progress as I go every month, and we talk about it, and I ask your opinions, and you didn't get a lot of that on here. I mean, although I did show you some coloring that I did on this. I think I released the video where I colored him with Tim Holtz watercolors. If I haven't, it's being released. Maybe I've got it out of order, but I filmed coloring him so that you could see how Tim Holtz watercolors works so well on this paper. And these are Derwent Color Softs, which I just used on a whim, and oh my gosh, they're perfect for Kirby. So that's a nice combination. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So if anybody wants to do this page with us, it's just, we don't, if we do a major chunk of progress, we might share it with the other, but it's more just knowing that there's someone out there also going through the pain of doing a page, doing a spread like this. And so that one's happening. Okay. While we're talking Kirby, let's look at Dark Fairy Tales and see where I am on that. Okay. I got stuck up in Mermay, so Dark Fairy Tales didn't happen this month. I still haven't finished this one. This will be finished this month. There's so little left to do. I could get this done in 2 evenings. I started this one just because I have an idea. This was to remind me of my idea. It's not in the plans for June, but if I start working on it, I will. I like this book because I can work a little bit on lots of pages. I did finish this one. I finished the weird one of the swan. And then I committed to Cinderella with a friend. And we both haven't even started it yet. Oh gosh, looking through this, I'm like, I love every single page. We were ambitious. I want to do both of these together. And it is, we didn't set a date at this point. We're like, let's just make this a slow whip, a slow project, a slow buddy project, because we both felt really pressured in May to work on this, and we couldn't get it done. And I want to take my time with it because these 2 pages are just fantastic. I especially really like this one. So, yay! So if you are interested in coloring this over with no deadline, but with the intention of finishing it, within a few months and sharing it with each other, let me know, and I'll set up a little group. I've seen a lot of you have done this page now, and all of them are fantastic. I don't have an idea yet for this, but I do for this. So I'll probably start here. Okay. So that's where I am with this magnificent book. Dimensions. I have a dimensions group. This little book is kind of addicting. It can be really easy. It's also frustrating. It can be frustrating or addicting. There's no middle ground with this book. You either love this book or you hate it. Or you hate it so much you want to conquer it. And so you joined my group and you're using violence to beat it into submission. I don't know. We've done lots and lots and lots of pages in here. The page for May, I lost this book for the entire month of May. I found it underneath a stack of books being flattened, which I'd forgotten I'd done. So I didn't get May's done. But June's page is the nesting dolls. I haven't even looked it up and marked it yet because I just found the book. I was like, please don't these. This is June's page. So, yeah, this will be fun. I don't have any ideas at all for these dolls. I guess I'll look them up and see what the traditional colors are. And I don't know if I'll do the background or not. That's a lot of alcohol ink. Maybe I'll try something else with it, like maybe like a chalk pastel. Maybe would you still see the shading through that? I'm really interested to see what everybody does with this one. But this is June, so I'll be doing that. And I'll figure out what May's was and try to catch up. I can't even remember what the page was. This is a fun book. The shading's all done for you. It's a 3D book. So basically, if you you can just use straight alcohol markers and it will turn out 3D and look like you did a bunch of shading. It does all the work for you. But you can also get fancy with it. I mean, this was a pastel I tried. You can get fancy with it. And like this is one I got fancy with. There's some pencil work in here and some gel pens, and I don't think I like it any better. I mean, I don't think the shading comes through as well as, like, let's say that. That's just alcohol markers. And it was a lot more work. I still think alcohol markers are the easiest thing to use. See, this is alcohol markers and gel pen, and that's probably my favorite page besides the deer. Yeah, I'm going to stick with alcohol markers. They just work so well. Darn it, I'm going to have to look back and see what May's page was because I do not remember. That's the first one I ever did out here. Yeah. So I can catch up. But this is really fast and easy coloring for me, and I really like it. If you are looking for this book, there's it's on Amazon. It's still in print. I also found a really good priced one on eBay. But I don't think they're very expensive to begin with. In fact, they're on Book Outlet. I would go to Book Outlet if you want one. They're like $5 there. All right. I'm in another group that does a Circle of Nature every month. And to be honest, I think I've missed the last 2 months. I really want to try to get May's in if I can. Yikes. This is a gift from my sweet friend, Sarah. This is my first Carolina Kubikowska book ever gotten. And this is the one we're doing for June, in fact, right there. And someone's already done it in the group, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. This book is amazing. If you're interested in working out of this book, there's several of us in there. And in fact, we're willing to bounce around to other books. This just happens to be one that all of us have. Oh, these are so neat. And these go pretty fast for me. I tend to use paint. Like Kuretake Gansai Tombi paint is one of my favorites in here. This has got a lot of graphitint in it too. This is the one for May, the mermaid. I really want to finish it. I really want to do it. It might not be done till the first part of June. But these are so good. But I did miss, I think that one's cool. I did miss a few months in it because I wanted to take a break from the book. But This is Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. There's a lot of pencils in here in this one. This was one I did on my own. I started doing this with my pages, doing the monochrome, because I got the big set of Hemi gouache, and so I would take all the shades of one color and use just that, just so I got to know them better. So this was my yellow study page, and I took all the yellows out of the Hemi gouache and used them. It was so much fun. I did that a few times. I think maybe that's what I'll do with the mermaid. Take all the, have I done blue yet? Take all the blue, here's all the reds I did. Maybe I'll take all the greens for the mermaid. Yep, nope, I haven't. So maybe for the mermaid one, I will do all the blues or greens. That would be fun. And then for this one, I don't know yet. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. So if you have this book and you'd like to work out of it with a group of people, let me know. All right. I've got, I think, one more big pile, and I think we're done. Okay. Remember when I said I've been in all of my Mythagorias. I don't have any untouched. I lied. I haven't done anything out of this one. And I'm shocked. I had to look through it 3 times. This is Chili Carol, who's one of my very favorites. Why have I not worked out of this book? I love this book. I think I've had pages planned, because as I was looking through it, I saw pages that I thought I had already done, but I guess, oh, I've always loved that one. I guess that I just had them planned. Oh, God, she's good. And never got to them. Wow. Chili Carol does spooky fairy stuff so good. And she has a new Mythagoria coming out called, it's one of those poisoned, romantic, haunted type stuff. I'm kind of tired of that theme, because we have Poison Passion, Haunted Hearts. There's another one that's Gothic Hearts or Gothic Romance, something like that. There's a lot of that. Oh, there's a Jack and the Beanstalk one. You can probably hear Jack chewing on his toy. That is cool. Every single one of these is cool. She's an amazing, amazing artist. And, wow. So I need to do a page out of here. Bottom line. I'm going to look through here. Oh, look at that. Dang. It's all so good. How do you choose? These are truly fairy nightmares. Wow, why haven't I done anything out of this book? I don't understand. I think I got sidetracked. I think I was doing some other things, and then Undead Academy came out, and they came out so fast, and Poison Passion came out, and those two are really, really good. And I got lost in Undead Academy. In fact, I want to do another one at Undead Academy this month. That one's cool. How do you choose? Oh, yeah, I've always liked this one. Of course, it's the whole pond and lily pad thing and swampy. I love that. Wow, he's really loud with that. Oh, this one is so good. Oh, man. I don't know how to decide. This one, these fairies look totally annoyed, even though this creature's about ready to eat them. Oh, this one's beautiful. They're kissing, and she's part tree, and she's turning him into a tree while they're kissing. And then there's Creeper Owl. I think I've looked through this book a million times, and I've even selected pages, and I've even got color ideas and effects, and some reason. Wow. I even thought, do I have 2 copies? Because I swear I've done some of these. But I think I love this one where he's eating the fairy. I know most people would hate that, but I think it's funny. She's a goner. This is one that I'm in a group. When I die, on my tombstone, it's going to say, I'm in a group. I'm in a group that does dark coloring stuff, mostly Mythagorias, Francois Gautier, and Alan Robert. So if you're interested, they pick 4 pages out of 4 different books every month, and they vote and they pick on them, and then those are just 4 suggested pages. But you can do anything you want, and it's just for spooky colorists, and we share our colorings of any book. And but they do pick 4, and this was one of the chosen ones. So I've seen a lot of versions of this, and oh my God, were they good. They were so good. Someone did the wings like stained glass. Flipping phenomenal. Another one did them like metallic, like they were made of metal. Oh, so good. She is so creepy. I think she's probably my favorite fairy in the whole book, though. Definitely beast. Look at this one. It's so sad. She's in a jar dying with an already dead skeletonized fairy. That one's sad. Oh, this was another one that was chosen, and a lot of people did her, and she was beautiful. I've seen a lot of versions of this one. I'd like to do one I haven't seen a lot of versions of. I haven't seen anything of that one. Crazy looking frogs. Oh, that's right. This was the one selected for May, and I wanted to do it. I've seen a few people finish this, and they're really good. It's freakier colored. It's really scary colored. I'm so tired of mermaids right now, though. I want to do this, but I don't think I'd do it justice right now because I'm a little burnt on mermaids. So I'll save that for another month. I really want to do something that's on land. These fairies are really creepy. Do you see one you like? Oh gosh. Okay, this is the one that once you see it, you can't unsee it, but that's a really unfortunately placed toadstool. That's all I have to say. That when I color this page, that will be whited out because I don't know why it's there. What's it even sticking out of? And like this guy and his nose, I mean, it's just like the whole thing is like chilly. Didn't your editors look at this? I've had this one planned one time. Oh, the troll under the bridge. Yeah, this has been what I wanted to do. I have found trolls under bridges in about 6 or 7 of my books now. I keep finding them, hidden little gems inside books, and they're all different, and I like them all. And I wanted to one day do all of them. Maybe I'll start with the troll under the bridge. That'd be a way to start, wouldn't it? Since I wanted to do that project anyway. These crazy mushrooms. Maybe I dreamt it, but I swear I've colored this page. I just guess I've looked at this book so much because I love this book, and yet I've never buckled down and colored a page. I think I'm going to do the troll. Now, I have seen this one done. I've seen it done as if he's as if it's all dark, and another one as if it was daylight. I don't have any clue what colors I want to make him. Green is so obvious. I'd like to do something other than green. I don't know, though. Do I want to do more trees? I just did several pages with lots of trees. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time with me deciding, so I'll look through this and pick a page. If anybody wants to buddy on a page with me out of Fairy Nightmares, by Shelley Carroll. Let's do it. I got to get into this book. Okay. Then, oh my gosh, Jack just farted and it stinks so bad. He has had terrible farts today. I don't know what he got into. Send help. I may not have time to do another Mythagoria, but Undead Academy is one of my favorites, and I have stories for all the pages that I've made up. This is Professor Kelp, and he's the music teacher. He lives at the bottom of the lake, and sometimes he loses his sanity a little bit, and especially when he starts playing Flight of the Bumblebee. So if he starts playing that, the students know to quietly exit. The students all use various different spells and potions, whatever they've learned and perfected in order to breathe underwater for the time period of his class. But when he starts playing Flight of the Bumblebee, he'll get more and more frantic, and he'll get lost in his memories of back when he used to pull down Viking ships and eat all the sailors one by one. So the students just leave the lake at that point. But there is one... I haven't opened this book for a couple months, and I forgot how amazing. This is one of my favorite pages in it. The whole thing takes place at the Undead Academy, and so there is, in that spooky coloring group, we all kind of make up stories for the pages, whether they're a professor or a student. This is the one that was chosen out of this book. This book is chosen almost every month. This was the one that was decided on. I love this dandy man. I'm going to make him a professor. I'm actually thinking, I had a story for him, and I'm trying to remember. I think this is a fantastic page, and I'd really like to do this page this month. He's such a pretty man. I can't remember what I decided he was. I think I thought I made him admin, some sort of administrator. Yeah, I was making him some sort of superintendent or something that looked over the schools. I think I'll do that and make a story for him. That's a professor in my mind. These are so good. These are so good. That's a ghost in the castle that I made. But the reason I'm still flipping through this is because, these two are teenage students at the Valentine's Ball. And Color with Dan made a big story about them that I love. Whereas he had the ball happened on a full moon, and as he was transforming, he accidentally scratched her cheek, because she does have a scratch on her cheek in the page. Jack, my goodness. And went to the ball anyway, even though her fate is now sealed. Next full moon, she's going to turn into a werewolf, but she doesn't care because they love each other so much. There's a lot of stuff on this one. It's a strangely colored page. The one that was selected this month, May, I haven't gotten to yet. And it's this one. It's one of the first pages in the book. There's Undead Academy, and here's the lake. It's kind of like Hogwarts. Here's the lake that's in front of them. At the bottom of that lake is where I put Professor Kelp for him teaching his music lessons. And this is a mermaid that lives in the lake. And the colorings that have come out of that group are so gorgeous. There's one person who did her body as a pastel rainbow. Oh, it's beautiful. One person was going to make her into the swim team coach. I was going to make her into just a beast that lives in the lake. She's not a teacher and not a student. She's just part of the flora and fauna that's around there. But she's not necessarily, she's very curious, but not humanoid at all, not human at all. And so she's slightly dangerous. You have to be careful with her. She doesn't understand, the frailty of the human being. But, yeah, I really want to do this one. So I'm going to fit it in somewhere. I'm either going to start it now and finish it in June or something, because I want to continue on with the story that I have written in my head about this school. It's fun. It's entertaining for me to have stories for and then when this all finally gets colored, I can flip through and tell myself the story. Is that weird? I don't know. So this one is kind of in the background because it isn't untouched like Fairy Nightmares, but I really, really want to work out of this one. I want to work out of this one every month. So that's probably going to happen. All right, let me get a few more. Hello, hi. It's the next day. You might be able to hear Lolly. He's trilling at me. I think it's so sweet. He's just going to bed. That's the chicken that lives with me. Jack is already sacked out. He's had a big day. And I just got home from work, and I didn't get a chance to finish my June plans last night because it was 1:30 in the morning and I still had a few left. So I went to bed, and I'm home from work now, and I'm going to finish it up. Today I did receive some fun mail, and which may influence my June plans, but anything that's not a committed buddy or a group is up to change. Could change because of some really fun books I just got. So, but we'll continue on. But if I have a buddy with you, we're good. We're really good. Okay, I am in a group for Mouse Guard. As of tonight, the page wasn't settled on, but we have a few choices. Let me see if I can find them real quick for you. I know what some of them are. Ooh, this is one I want to do, this snake one, but not yet. I got burnt out on snakes with a Gorgon I did recently, and that was a lot. This one? No. There's one double page spread that we're considering, and if we do this underwater one, and if we do this double page spread, which I absolutely love this one, you've got the mouse riding a seahorse, fighting an eel. Fantastic. I have not read the graphic novel that goes with this page, so I've never seen this page in color, but I might look for it. But I also know what kind of colors David Peterson uses, so and I like them. They're like muted, earthy tones. If this one is chosen, we'll take 2 months to do it. Another one that was thought about, turtles with things on their back are everywhere. Okay, there's 2 of them, 3 of them. Oh, every single book. Every single book. My gosh. Drive me nuts. Well. Oh, this is one of them that was up for the vote. This one with the stained glass and him making stained glass, which I think is really cool too. I liked all of the ones they chose for voting. My favorite was that eel one or this fish one, which I need to find because I love looking at it. It's one of my favorite pages in the whole book. It must be in the back. Mouse Guard, I need to do a video on Mouse Guard. People, it's very hard to find, but not impossible. You just got to keep an eye out. This fish one. This fish one is fun. The mouse is hunting the fish. So any of those are, one of those is going to be the choice for June, and I'm fine with any of them, really. I think there was also one with a bee, but I think it was the least favorite of them all. So these 3. You can probably hear Jack chewing on his toy again. Nightly thing whenever I start a video. I tell you, if I wasn't doing a video, he wouldn't do it. But Mouse Guard scares people. It's so easy to color. Like this is the May page that you'll be seeing in my completed pages. This is all acrylic markers and Language gel pens. But one of the easiest ways to color Mouse Guard is with water-based markers. I'm just not very good with them. It's so heavily grayscale that if you just put water-based markers over it, it's pretty much done. All the shading is done for you and it looks great. So these pages go really fast for me, actually. You wouldn't think. But yeah, this one I think might be gouache. I do a lot of paint and stuff in these. Tim Holtz watercolor, just because I'm not good. I did that in pencil, but that's the only thing I've done in pencil. Just because I'm not very good with water-based markers. These are, some of this is water-based markers, gel pens. Yeah, so pretty easy to do, and a lot of fun, So I do keep my eye out and put it on Instagram if I find one that's below $40 or $50. I usually find them on eBay. I have a search saved, so I get a notification if a mouse guard pops up. Don't pay more than $40 or $50 for it though, total, with shipping and everything, because they do pop up now and then for that, and you can find them. But also keep an eye on my Instagram, because I do announce when I find special deals. Okay. Now this Mythagoria is a buddy that I have. And this is going to be, I have so many mythographics and Mythagorias that I have to make sure I look and get this one right. This is with, oh, Dana. It's Dana, isn't it, Dana? At Dabbler D. And I haven't worked in this in a while, but I absolutely love this book. Now this one, if you're just breaking into Mythagorias and spooky's not totally your thing, this is not an entry-level book. This is probably second to the most goriest, with the most goriest being any of Fabiana Attanasios. Her books are very gory, especially Frozen Nightmares. She does gore, like serious, like blood and guts gore. So she's the far end of gore. This one is up there, definitely. And then you go down to like Undead Academy isn't gory at all. It's just spooky. So is things like Darkest Desires and stuff. And then all the fairy nightmare stuff and the Vengeful Force is kind of in the middle. But if you ever need advice, just reach out and I can help you choose a Mythagoria that's good for you. I also have lots of flip throughs of all of them, but I can do a flip through of all of them and rank them if you'd like on the, the least gore to the most gore. For me, I prefer scary versus gory. But there is some gore in this one. However, the page we chose is not gory. So no warnings here, except me flipping to find it, because I'll flip like this. This one. Okay, it's a little gory. There's no blood or guts, but he does have this helmet thing screwed to his head. And he has snakes going through his hands, which is kind of creepy. But this is a very creepy one. Now, this is Fausto Bianchi, and this is the only Mythagoria he's done. It is so far different from the others. It's an extreme outlier. There's lots of black in it, which means it colors very quickly. It's very graphic and not like swirly, intricately detailed, hard to see what's going on. It's not that at all. It's very blocky, very graphic, it's all about a circus that's gone horribly wrong. And he also does really cool perspectives. So like we're looking into the mouth of this clown, and this clown's really close with this guy coming at us. He does a lot of that, and I'm totally fascinated with that. He does a lot of like close and far away stuff and strange perspectives, looking down, looking up. Very talented, very masculine style of drawing. And I love it. I don't care for circuses. I have no desire to color anything having to do with the circus, but this is so fantastical. And so, the cruelty is being done to other humans, not to animals. So I'm cool with that. Sad. Worst Buddhist nun ever. But this is, the nice thing is there's a lot of black. Now, some people don't like that. So they don't like this book because they don't like the black that's in there. I love it because it's less coloring for me. It's a nice, deep, dark black because this is well printed. And so I just work with that. So I might make, I might do all these diamonds yellow and make his tights black and yellow. Or maybe I'll do something with a super golden marker and make them shiny. I use a lot of blue, yellow, and red. I guess because in my mind that's circus colors. So I do a lot of blue, yellow, and red in it. Yeah, this one was my last one I did. I really like how the snake turned out. This was the first one I ever did. No blues, yellows, or reds in this one. I like this one though. Then I have one more, I think. Yeah, my Kenny Rogers circus guy. Doesn't he look like Kenny Rogers? Oh, yeah, he totally does. This is the one where I started in pencil and got about here and was like, oh, for F's sake. And I went back to alcohol marker because that's a lot of pencil work. I do like how it looks, but man, I can't do a whole page in pencil. But the neat thing is all this black was colored in for me. All these black stars, all the black was colored in for me. So it was me just coloring around that to make it circusy. I think that's the only 3 I've done in here. Yeah. So this will be my 4th one, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It's frightening. Totally frightening. but all of these are. So this one is pretty graphic and gory. There's a lot of screwing things into people's heads, which is terrifying. All right, so that's Mythagoria Nightmare Cabaret, and I'm really excited because I haven't colored in this one for months, so I'm looking forward to getting back into this one. Okay, let's look at another one. Dark Fairies. I have a Dark Fairies group. We are obsessed with this book. This book is so good. It's illustrated by Tabreth. Who's its publisher? Thunder Bay Press, of course. You know, you could give me a whole book entirely of dog butts, but if a Thunder Bay Press, put it out, I would buy it. Because their paper is awesome. It's always single-sided. The books are made very well. They don't fall apart. And the paper's fantastic. So our group has done quite a few in here. This was last month's, The Puppet Master. I really enjoyed doing this one. And they turn out so well because of the paper. And see, I use some alcohol markers and then others, like this is a gel crayon of some sorts. And just anything goes with this paper. I've used paint, I've used acrylic. This is the one I did the month before, Crazy Neon Colors. Thought I'd play with neon for the first time. This is Maze that I haven't finished yet, but it's the 29th. I got to get on it. I'm going to work on it tonight. This is alcohol marker. Yeah. I've got a little bit more of the background to do. This is a blended, kind of like a starbursty looking alcohol marker. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with her. This is a siren. This is the first one I ever did, I think. This is all pencil, except for the background and this glittery stuff, because I lost my mind and just had to do this one in pencil. It took forever, and I actually really love it, and I'll probably never do that again, but I say that every time. Oh, this is the first one I did. These pumpkins are pencil. I had watched, this was a Halloween one. This was done in October. I had watched a tutorial on how to do pumpkins finally, because my pumpkins were so lame. And I watched a tutorial, and then I used that tutorial to do these pumpkins. And then I didn't know what to do with her, so I just made her really dark because it was all about the pumpkins at that point. So the one we're doing this time is the Grim Reaper. Now all of these are titled over here, so it's easy to. So if you have a group like we do, it's easy to say which one we're doing. This is just such a fun book. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll let you into the group. Again, don't ever hesitate to join a group because you don't think you can keep up every month. Nobody does every month. That's, life's, and things get missed. Just skip that month. And if it really bothers you, make it up another month. But just drop it and keep moving on. Why can't I find it? I thought it was in the back. So yeah, absolutely. Don't hesitate. And don't be shy. We're all learning. Nobody's an expert at this. Here it is, Nightmare of the Reaper. Nobody's an expert at this. And we're all just testing it out. I have learned so many great techniques on how to tackle these incredibly intricate, detailed pages from people in the group. So yeah, join us. It's a lot of fun. This one has some neat flowers. It's the first time I've seen flowers in this book. He looks sad, doesn't he? He looks really sad. He looks sad. These pages are all like this. It's like, what is going on here? And so we've devised two different, some people like to start with a central figure and work their way out. I start with the outside and work my way in, because as I whittle away the outside stuff, the central character becomes more in focus. And I can see what is his wings and what is just fire or fur and what is part of the background. So that's what I'll do. I'll do the flowers, I'll do the background, very thoughtfully trying to, figure it out. And then he'll pop right off the page and I'll have an idea. Now, if my idea then conflicts with the coloring I've already done of the background, that's a problem with starting with the outside and coming in. Starting with the inside and going out, you can settle on your palette for this person, then make the background fit the central character. So that's an easier way of doing it. My eye just can't really see. Now this page isn't as bad. I can see where he is, and maybe I will start with him. But some of them, like this one, when it was just before I started, I couldn't tell what was what. And some of them are really easy, like this one, the clockwork one. This one, I had to do the background. I couldn't tell what was what everywhere. So I'm doing the background first. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I see. There's some coral and stuff. I'm still not, I'm still not sure what's going on here. So maybe I'll do some more background. I'll do this log. I think it's a log. I'll do these plants and logs so that I can see her really well. So, oh, there's some more background I need to do. See, that's what happens. You see it. And over here too. And here too. Yeah. I'll do this piece of seaweed so that I can tell the difference between her hair and the seaweed. It's kind of fun. For me, it's kind of like a puzzle. Like, what the heck? So I would start here with all these crystals probably, so I can separate them from her. I would start, with the background. And then I'll be able to see the crystals. And then when I get the crystals done, I'll be able to see her. So it's kind of like figuring out a puzzle. It's like doing a puzzle. See, like, I don't even know where her arms are. Oh, they're above her head. Yeah, see, I'm not really sure what all is happening right in here. But once I start, oh, that's part of her dress. Yeah, and there's some baubles on the end of her hair. Yeah, and she has a crown. See, once you start coloring, though, and get into it, like, where's her waist? What part is the dress and what part is background? So, but these are things groups can help you learn. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. And if you don't have this book, it's awesome. It really is. Thunder Bay Press. Never can go wrong with them. Okay, let me grab some more books. Okay, if you can believe it, I only have 2 books left. Yeah, this is a lot. But really, actually, I do manage to get all my buddies done. Sometimes I'm a little late on 1 or 2. Like, there is 2 that I might get done the first few days of June. But I get them done, usually. Tiny Worlds. I have all the Tiny Worlds. There's 3. And I don't get into these enough. And there's a few of you out there that love these books, and I have buddied with you. Jody at JI Colorist, I'll put her hashtag here. That's her Instagram and her YouTube channel. She is going to be doing a full book. No, she's not. They're going to be, she and some other folks are going to be coloring out of these books, these 3 books. Every month they're going to pick a book and color, and they pick 2 pages for you to choose from. And I'm going to join in, and it's not a group or a hashtag. Wait, is it? Yes, I think it is a hashtag. Check out her video about it. But she, when you're done, you can email your picture to her. It sounds like she's going to do a montage type thing every month. But yeah, check out her. I just looked. She didn't have the announcement on her Instagram. It was on her YouTube. She has both a video and a post on her YouTube channel, so you can find it. But the two pages they chose for June was out of the first Tiny Worlds, which is by Matt Edwards. It's just called Tiny Worlds. And the first option for June is this one, At Home in a Garden Gnome. So, like, these are garden gnomes. Here's its foot. Like, this one must be further away. This one's big. And then there's little gnomes living in the garden gnome. This one would be so fun. And there's a pitchfork, so you could make this, metal. And what? Garden gnomes are what? Ceramic or plastic or something? I would make it like ceramic. Stone pathway, some lovely little flowers. And there he is. He's got like cakes and tea. Very cute. The second one is if I end up doing this is just a maybe. I'm hoping to. And that's the nice thing about joining groups or group color alongs is that there's no pressure. If you don't get it done that month, you can do the next month. I've said that a million times this video. Is this one. And this is the one I've always wanted to do this one. This is Knotted Oak Gnome Home. So this is an oak tree. And then oh my God, little tiny details. Look at these little tiny details. These gnomes are teeny, like they're the size of bugs. And they've got little tiny furniture and little tiny pumpkins. They got little tiny everything. So, yeah, I want to do this one. Because I would have so much fun with those Lango gel pens. This is going to be a gel pen coloring because, I can use my alcohol markers for the tree. Maybe that might be all in the sky. And these leaves, these bigger leaves, but this little stuff, that's going to be gel pens. But see, I love using gel pens. So I think this would be a lot of fun. I could break out all my gel pens and just, I have the Languos, which are the best. And then I have some few here and there that I'm not crazy about, but I need to use them up. And like the Stettler, I have a pack of Stettler, and they're not very good. But for tiny little spaces like this, they'd be okay. I could get a smooth enough application, and I want to use them up anyway, so maybe I'll use the Stettlers on this. Yeah. This is the kind of thing I love to do when I'm just, my brain needs to shut off, is to get into these little details. So I'm really hoping to get to this one this month. And then my last one is one we haven't chosen a page yet in. And this is the Tolkien. Now, I'm a little confused about the Tolkien books. There are, from what I can tell, 3. There's Bestiary of Tolkien, which is the animals and creatures of Tolkien. And then there's Tolkien's World, which I also have. I've bought these used. You can find them everywhere used. Don't buy new. You can find them on Mercari and on all over eBay. And you can find them like new. Both of mine were like new. And they're like $5 or something. And the Tolkien's World one is more the people in Tolkien. And then there's World of Tolkien, and that's the big, thick one. And I think it's a compilation of these two, of the other two, but I'm not clear if it has more also. So I don't have that one. Of the two I do have, the one with the people and the one with the beasts here, I prefer the one with the beasts better. I think I like the artists. There's 2 artists that do these pages, and those same 2 artists are in the other book, but there's also 3 more artists. So there's 5 total doing the pages in that book, and I don't care for those 3's pages. So there's a lot of pages I wouldn't do in that book. This one, I love I could never decide. I love every single page. And what do I have marked in here? We haven't decided yet. Oh, this one, I saw someone did this, and it was really, really cool. But I'm buddying this with Tammy from Tammy Colors 2 and Amy at Amy Ward Art. And Amy's already done a page like this in a Kirby, so she probably wouldn't want to do that one. Oh, that's probably why I had that there. It's probably from a prior month. In this book, I did this one. This was a buddy that I did. These color so well. Now this one I tried using some watercolor markers, and of course they're streaky, but I kind of embraced the streak and made it part of the texture of the pants. But then I switched to other things because I didn't like that sweep. So some of this is pencil, and some of this, it's probably Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. But see, I embraced the streakiness to make the lines in the wood, and I really like how this turned out. And then I couldn't stand it. I had to do more. So I just flipped the page and did this. I saw this and I went, pink. I don't know why I wanted a pink and orange ocean, but I did. And so I did this double page. It was super easy. It's all done with Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. They work great. They work as good in this book as they do in the Kirby books. So I found another book that they work well in. So I could color in this all the time. I love every single page in here. They're all the beasts of Tolkien. They're all creepy and crazy. And this guy, I think he's awesome. I went looking through this because we were asking, the 3 of us were, oh, that's cool. 3 of us were asking for suggestions. That's cool. And I couldn't pick one. So I told them to pick one because I would do any pages in here. Who, is this a St. Martin's? Who does this one? Thunder Bay Press, of course. That's why I love it. Now, this is not single-sided, though. But it is that Thunder Bay Press paper. That paper that's so good. So, yeah. So, ladies, I will just pick a page. I'll do it. I love it. I love every page in here. This is such a good book. And like I say, did I even write down how I got it? Oh, this was a gift. This was a gift from Tamara at Big Beach Lover. Oh, Tamara. I love this book so much. Sorry, it was the other one I purchased off of eBay, but you will find these used. And they're like new. They're usually not colored in at all. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, what a nice gift. I totally forgot this. I've had this for a while, and I thought I got it like the other one in this series off of eBay. But this one is so good. Thank you, Tamara. This is one of my favorite books. I love this book. So I was so thrilled to see those two wicked ladies chatting about doing something out of this book. And I'm like, sign me up. I want to do it. So if you want to do something out of this book, let me know and I can let the ladies know. We haven't chosen a page yet. And that is it, my friends. Do you think that's enough? Honestly. Yeah. So if anything I've shown you looked good to you and you want to join, all of them are available for you to buddy with me. That'd be great. I'd love it. Just hit me up. I also want to say hi to some new friends who found me on Instagram. That would be Cell Colors and Beanie. You two found me on Instagram and reached out. Jen reached out and said, you know, you said that I could talk, that I could just reach out to you. Yes, yes, yes. I am absolutely approachable. I'm not hiding anything. So just Instagram is the best way. You'll get my attention quickly that way. Comments on YouTube is the second best way. Email is the third. I don't get a lot of email, so I don't check the email very often. And I tend to hide from email a lot. I don't know what it is, but you should see my other inbox that I use for everything else. It's a slush pile and I can't find anything in it because I never open it. It's like if I don't open it, then all the things requiring my attention will just go away. That's right. So I have a dedicated email for Happy Catastrophe, and everything is in my description down below, as well as my address and wish list and all that kind of stuff. And you can reach out to me through all those ways, anytime. Just reach out. I'm here, and let me know if you want to color with me. All right. I hope you all have a really happy June and enjoy those strawberries. They're ripe. They're coming into markets right now. All right. You take care of you. I'm so glad you spent some time with me here in the cabin, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.